Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Denver. I am your host, David Shaw, and I have the great fortune, the amazing pleasure of being joined by the one and only Miss Victoria Dennis. Welcome back to the broadcast.
8 degrees here on the sand. As we can see, our volunteers have been amazing hosing down this hot sand for these athletes. David, I think we're having a little bit of deja vu right now during this game. I think these two teams just faced off in a finals. Last tour stop in Muskegon, Michigan.
Yeah, just 2 weeks ago, these ladies fought it out on center court. I mean, left a lot on the table. I mean, they poured everything they had onto the beach there, and the crowd absolutely loved it.
They sure did, David, and it'll be interesting to see. They've watched film on each other. Are they going to adjust their offense and defense accordingly? As we can see, Lili serving short on Julie's, making her move, pokey deep, and they find it to the corner. Textbook play. Point going 2-1.
And you see, like, Lili Maestrini, I mean, she has that goonish physique. And I mean, I say that lovingly. I don't mean it to be an insult, especially since I'm working with a broadcaster taller than me. A little bit jealous, maybe. But no, she's just lean and has that great soft stroke, you know, has great court awareness and able to put that ball in the exact deep corner, or the coffin corner, if you will, because it's a kill every time.
Right, and it's nice when you have Larissa setting you on the court. As we know, Larissa, all-time leader in FIVB wins with 62.
And I mean, talking about prowess, passion, and play, she is just a volleyball acumen, encyclopedia, if you will. And you know, you'll notice that Maestrinis do a lot to control tempo and tenor of the game.
Correct. They gel well together. As we see Julia Scoles back to serve, top spin. Received a cut shot into the net for Larissa. We don't see that too often as she walks back to serve receive for serving 2 here on center court. Julia Scoles back to serve, top spin again, looking to get them out of system as she does not. Larissa goes up, joust at the net, point. Oh, and we are getting a call.
Net violation call.
Net violation call on the block. Julia, side switch here. 3
That's
serving
exactly
4.
the advantage of having the down official. I mean, and so in the earlier stages or the earlier part of the tournament, you'll see only the up ref here. But having the down ref does offer that extra, I guess, vantage point and not having to rely on honor calls, per se. Because believe it or not, some players don't believe in it. They're more of the mindset of, hey, let the official call the game. I'm going to play the game.
You know, it's do or die out there on the court, and you're going to give it your all. Sometimes calls go your way, sometimes they don't. But it's how do we react when things don't go our way, which truly separates the good from the great. If something doesn't go your way, do you get all worked up in your head, pulling away from your partner a little bit mentally, or do you say, hey, it's okay, we can only control what we can control, next point.
And you know what, Victoria, building on that, when I was coaching way back in the day, it was a matter of, you're right, it's on how you react. I go, respond, don't react. Respond to the call. Think about it and respond. Do not react all passionately. And here we go, action at the way, 5-4 now, Victoria. It looks like Gina Urango is going back to serve.
Gina with that high line stroke, textbook there for her. Gina has been in 12 AVP semifinals and 6 championship matches.
Quite a pedigree for, you know, championship status, I guess.
Lili Maestrini over the top of the line there. Scoles makes it 5-5. Larissa back at the service line.
Correct, David. Gina, as a graduate student, she became the first scholarship recipient at USC's sand volleyball team.
Wow, that's a point of pride, especially given the prowess and expertise of the program.
What a joust at the net battle. Lili looking for a net violation there on Julia. Not going to get it as she goes back to serve. 6 serving 5. The serve and pass game here. We have a little bit of chit chat here with Larissa and our down ref. She's letting him know, you know, her thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and that's okay.
Absolutely right. And the one thing is when you are reffing it from, the little bit I had as an expert ref was you have one side to pick, and normally the violation is going to be happening on the blocking side, which is what you watch for, unless you see an off-balance hitter or the attack being a lot closer than the player is anticipating. But here we are, 6-6, all tied up. 6.
Lili able to side right out after being a little bit fired up of that call. 6 is on the board. Lili back to serve. Float serve, going short. It looks like they've been doing that quite a bit. I think that must be a part of their game plan, obviously. They're trying to serve Julia short, move her around a little bit, trying to get them out of system. Gina back to serve.
You're absolutely right. I mean, trying to exhaust the players and see what their endurance level is. Moving them inside to outside, left
What
to
a
right.
block touch, David, for an option put away. Big time play by Julia Scoles. Calm, cool, and collected with that block touch, lifting it for her partner, controlled as Gina Urango was able to put that ball away for that side switch.
Looks like we have a little pick your pony out there. Oh, who's got a social coming?
David, this crowd in Denver has been unreal. Everybody's just excited to have the AVP back here in Denver, Colorado. What a swing! Julia Scoles. What a swing.
The crowd feeds into the energy, the players feed off that energy, and it seems to be a symbiotic relationship, and it just keeps on cycling through, and you're seeing that here. And Denver has been a little bit of a party state, or party stop, I should say.
And we love to see it, David.
Oh,
we
my
love to
Lanta.
see it.
Action back away here, Lili with a falling set. And Scoles, looks like Larissa was hoping that she would be called for over, but no, it was in the plane and fair play.
Gina Urango back to serve with a timeout call here on center court.
Timeout on center court. 10. Julia Scoles, Gina Urango lead 10-6 here on center court. It is a 4-0 run for Urango and Scoles.
And honestly, with a team that can change momentum and also just power through, I mean, you talk about consistency and leveling up, that's what Maestrinis are known for. I mean, no matter what it is, no lead is too big against the Maestrinis. So when you have a 4-0 run, let's see what Scoles and Urango are going to do to capitalize on it, right, Victoria?
Correct. For them, it's taking it 1 point at a time. We've seen Larissa and Lili be down more than 4 before,
yes,
and have just really taken the reins in their hand and said, I don't think so, let's go. I would expect them to do this out of this timeout. I could see them shifting their game plan just a little bit, as their short serves haven't been working all that much on Scoles and Urango. But Scoles and Urango seem to have a very dynamic and good communication on the court, and that's showing prevalent here.
I'm also showing a lot of improvisation, turning a scramble play or not a system play into a lethal attack. The Maestrinis are known for tempo and game control, so I would expect to see them trying to own the tempo, own the pace, whether it's conferences or slow walks back or double checking signals and things like that. Action back underway here, Victoria. Urango back to serve.
Trickle off the net out of a timeout. That is absolutely a momentum helper here. Out of a timeout, trickle off the net. Urango back to serve, float to Larissa. In system, Larissa goes up for the kill. Cross court textbook. Looking calm, cool, and collected as the veteran is back to serve.
Larissa in the blue visor, Lili in the black visor. Julia Scoles in the polka dots, Gina Urango in the solid black, or as I like to say, the Johnny Cash. All in black.
There
We got
you
Scoles
go.
kicking it old school.
Absolutely. Big karaoke fans here.
Oh, there you
Big karaoke fans.
Julia Scoles back at the service line now.
In system for Lili.
Oh, through the top
And
of the
able to say please and thank you on that kill as she squeaks it past the block of Julia Scoles. Lili back to serve.
Looks like they were switching at the next point.
1 point for side switch. Lili Maestrini, 34 of age, 6 feet tall, out of Victoria, Brazil, but now resides in Florida
Yep,
with
at
Larissa.
Celebration. She seems like she plays like so much taller than 6 foot. It seems absolutely monstrous.
Right,
We have
David.
a-
Her timing and her approach is very dynamic. She's able to wait, see the set, and step close, get her feet to the ball so she can contact it at its highest apex.
Well said. I mean, I can offer no other input. Victoria Dennis, that's why I'm so happy you're here. I mean, Victoria, you joined me in other tour stops, whether it was, I believe, New Orleans last year, Seaside. I mean, you've helped out on numerous broadcasts, and I'm so happy to have you here today. I am your host, David Shaw, alongside the one, the only, the elegant and epic Victoria Dennis. And we'll be back in just a moment with more volleyball.
We are back underway here, center court semifinals. Point going to Lili and Larissa out of that technical timeout. 9 serving 13. Partly cloudy skies here in Denver, Colorado. We are a mile high. These athletes, we've had to adjust, David. I can attest to this as playing in the tournament earlier this week. Wow, what a block by Lili at the net, getting in front of Julia Scoles, pressing low and over, taking her space. Point going to Larissa and
Victoria,
Lili.
I've been exhausted just from running around announcing. I don't know how you guys did it as athletes.
David, I don't know how you do it wearing all the hats and all of the blazers that I've ever seen in the entire world. I mean, you're an MC, you're a play-by-play. You do, and you're running a fashion show here with the neon blazer today. Yesterday we had a little red, white, and blue jumpsuit.
Oh yeah, and both of them by the local company here, Shynasty, actually. So they're out of Denver, which is kind of serendipitous.
There you go.
Oh, here we
supporting
go.
local
Look at this.
companies.
My Streenies are up.
What a dig, David.
Holy shnikes. And that's what we're hoping to see. Wow, Gina Urango
What
to
a
the deep
rally.
for the kill.
For Gina Urango, playing defense again and again and again. Gina currently leads the tour in digs this season, 7%, and we can see that is well underway here in this center court game, David. I mean, Gina's staying patient. She's looking at her attacker, reading their arm swing really well, and just controlling the ball on her side.
You know what, I find it hilarious. I always make jokes going like, I find it hilarious that you're arguing a point you won, but they want consistency. Like you said, they want to understand or make their case to say, hey, look for this, look for that. But I always find it funny, even then you win the point, still pleading your case.
I think it's about setting a standard, David, and the athletes want to know what's the standard, what are we allowing, because if the point goes either way, you know, we want it to be consistent. Pin set for Julia Scoles as she goes high down the line. Point. Urango back to serve, 16 serving 11.
And that's one of those names that's just fun to say. What do you drive? I drive a Urango.
There
I
you
know.
go.
That's
There
a
you
different
go.
thing.
Out of system, high over the block, placement, not power. Time and time again, she can do it all the tools in her toolbox. Larissa walking back to serve.
Lili going back to serve now, or sorry, Larissa back to serve now. Excuse me, Larissa.
Julia Scoles is playing really well at the net. Her block has been a testament to the defense on their side of the court. Julia, she actually had an extra year of eligibility, David, and she enrolled as a grad student at USC, where she went 25-4, mostly on court 2 for USC as they won the national championship.
And honestly, when you see players extending their eligibility, and And I don't know if it's going to benefit the program as much as them, or maybe it's mutually beneficial, but I just love to see it when they're maximizing their years of eligibility, especially in multiple programs.
Correct, David. And the sport's really just taken off within the last 5 years, I would say. It just keeps building and building and building, from beach volleyball here on the sand to also indoor. And actually, fun fact, David, Little League used to be the #1 sport in America. It is now girls youth volleyball, #1 sport in America.
That is very impressive, and also as a volleyball fan, kind of happy to hear.
Larissa.
Great serves there. Now it's Larissa on the outside.
What a monster swing from Larissa. That's going to be
Good swing by Larissa. A bit wide as she was trying to swing inside the block of Julia Scoles. We'll see if Julia goes back to her, forcing Lili to continue to set her partner here in system.
Picked up there by Lili Maestrini. Lili on the outside. 53 ball looks like drilled cross court. Killed by
Lili Maestrini on the 53 ball cross court. Lili back to serve.
Now, Victoria, the one thing I have noticed is with the beach programs, especially at the collegiate level, I'm seeing more East Coast schools. And as an East Coaster myself, I'm a little bit biased. I'd love to see that. But, you know, California's dominated beach volleyball for so many years. But I'm loving to see the growth of the program of states like South Carolina, Florida, even North Carolina, and Virginia. I mean, these programs that you're thinking, all right, you don't have quite the summer that California has, but these programs have really grown in the last 5 years.
And they're building great facilities, David. I mean, you might live in a landlocked state such as here in Denver, Colorado, but let's talk about this facility here at the island.
Oh my gosh. I mean, whether it's outdoor or the 7 courts indoor or 6 courts indoor.
Correct.
And again, utilizing what you have to keep the sport going, it's absolutely impressive. And the island is stadium seating, phenomenal. Where's with
Side switch here as we have set point underway. 20 serving 15, set #1 here in our semifinals match. Julia Scoles back to serve.
And again, like you said, set point #1. It's a rubber match from Muskegon, and Urango and Scoles have to be feeling pretty good about how they started out this match.
Out of system for Larissa. Can Julia get it? She does! The block for the point for the first set here in the semifinals. AVP Denver, Colorado. Stay tuned as we will be back with more volleyball underway. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, that's right. She's not doing it just for your, appreciation. She needs your involvement. She wants you up out of your seats. She's as animated as animated can be. And that's all natural. That's not dispensary provided. She's just raw energy, ladies and gentlemen. So get out your feet, or get out your seat on your feet. Help her out. Let's hear it, Denver. Come on. I celebrate your entire catalog. I'd love to be a part of it. You're amazing.
Start out. Urango gets the first serve. Larissa now out of the middle. What a dig there. Julia Scoles gets a piece of it. Not enough daylight to keep it under and in play. Larissa going back to serve now, 1-0.
Back to serve time now, Larissa Maestrini serving 1-0.
Larissa to serve. Urango picks it up. Scoles backs it. On the line, Larissa's there. Lili with a great pass over Julia.
Julia Scoles, ladies and gentlemen, on the overpass, puts it down hard. Gina Urango back to serve.
Now serving, we got 1-1 here. Jump serve coming, it goes to Larissa. Picked up by Lili. Off the top of the block, kill for Larissa.
Larissa Maestrini with the monster kill to the top of the block, making it 2-1.
Lili Maestrini now at the service line here, Victoria. We've got 2 serving 1. Jump float goes to Gina Urango. Coles picks it up. It's a 50-50 ball.
Just a touch low for Gina Urango. We got 3-1 here in set number 2.
Kills in 6 swings. Urango 4 kills for 5.
Honestly, I mean, the hitting percentage and quality is what we're seeing here, and that's, I think, what helped push that to a 6-point differential win in set number 1.
Right. Lili and Larissa, wow, what a play block by Julia Scoles, making her presence known. Our first set, Dave, Larissa was 3 for 4. Sorry, correction. Larissa had 3 kills, 4 errors on 11 attacks. I think that kind of played a testament to a lot of the points earned for Gina and Julia there.
You said it right there. It was points earned, not points given. It was, yes, you had a few errors, but your percentage overall, you're keeping the ball in play, and if it's not in play, it's a kill. So again, earned points average is going to be much higher, and that's just going to lead to the win.
Gina Urango with 8 kills in the first set, Julia Scoles with 5. They look like a well-oiled machine out there, covering her own self just out of bounds. But we have a 5-2 side switch. Something that we expected, David, is for Larissa and Lili to come out here guns a-blazing, foot on the gas pedal. They've settled into their side. They have great communication with each other, and they're able to adjust their game accordingly with our first side switch, 5 serving 2.
And actually, here we go. It's picked up there. Larissa setting it to the deep spot. Scoles answering right back. 10-ball kill for Larissa.
And the attack line, Larissa. Some great defensive strength play, ladies and gentlemen. We got 6-2, Larissa back to serve.
Larissa always getting her feet to the ball on defense, and that's really how she's digging so many balls. I mean, she's 40, and she's digging more balls than most people out here on the sand with an ace serve for Larissa, 7 serving 2. Here we have a 4-0 run for Lili and Larissa. Scoles with the reception. High, middle, and put away by Julia Scoles. Big time swing as she swung on the right side of the block there. She stayed patient, got her feet to the ball with a fast arm swing. Point 3, serving 7. Running a middle set here. Pokey grabbed. Doug. Scramble play. Gina lifting it for an option. Julia with a set. Doug again by Larissa.
Dig. Look at Maestrini. That was amazing.
But heart and effort here.
Sally, what a rally.
What a play by both teams, giving it their all.
I'm sweating just from watching that. That was amazing. 4-7 here on center court. Urango unchained, back at the service line again. Django, I had to go with the obvious reference. Victoria. I mean, that's what, talking about passionate play. That kind of rally, the whole crowd was hanging on it with bated breath. It was amazing.
Right, David, and rallies like that have been happening all weekend long. Yesterday, Julia and Gina, on Saturday, they had 2 3-set matches. They beat Katie Dickens, Jennifer Ketty 21-18, 21-23, 17-15, going into overtime in 2 out of the 3 sets. And then again with Kraft and Wheeler, 21-12, 33-35, David, and then 15-10, 35-33 is the highest scoring set on the women's side this year in this tournament. Here.
I mean, it's been a weekend of upsets. I mean, it's been a hard-fought weekend all the way around, whether it's men's or women's side. And I mean, I was saying earlier, it's a Vegas nightmare because if you're picking one pony to win, the other one charges. And no matter how it shaped up, it was anybody's tournament going into today.
And you never know, and that's the great thing about this sport, is that on any given day, anybody can win. It's a big, big momentum game, as we all can see. Larissa, serve. 9, serving 5. Gina with the attack, tight set, pokey off the block, dug by Larissa, free ball. Gina will take it, lifted set by Julia.
Picks up there, Larissa makes it look easy. And that's going to be just long and out of bounds for Larissa.
Point going to Gina and Julia as they talk a little bit, probably on that free ball play, deciding who's going to take it. Gina back to serve. 6, serving 9.
Urango looking a little bit worn, but you know what? I think it's that higher altitude, like you were saying, very difficult to play in, but she's been muscling through and playing exceptionally well.
Well, you know, David, I would say just about anybody would look worn at this 88 degrees, nail biters of matches. I mean,
I'm exhausted from watching it, to be honest with you, and it's just a nonstop testament to the endurance and the training that these athletes are doing, you know, outside of these tournaments, just to be able to, I guess, have the endurance to get through these matches.
Right, just a bit long for Urango as she goes to dust off. Here in this second set, Larissa has really turned it on with her offense. 4 kills in 5 attacks.
I would love numbers like that. I mean, to be honest.
Lili back to serve, 11 serving 6. First set going to Urango and Scoles. Urango with the reception, running behind, spreading their offense with a hammer of a swing. Gina saying, "Do not pull on me. Thank you very much."
Sweet Lord Almighty, I'm going. I saw that reach and that swing and just the power she was putting behind it. Lili, I'm surprised, got as much of it as she did. I wouldn't be able to. We got
12-7 now. Larissa shooting back to serve side here on center court.
5-point differential here, a 5-point lead, and Larissa in the driver's seat. And that's where she loves to be. She normally can stretch that lead very easily with aggressive serving.
Threading the needle nonetheless. Gina Urango down the line with that placement, not power, volley IQ swing. Gina back to serve. Lili with the attack.
Lili Maestrini down the line. We got a side switch and a technical timeout as we've reached 13-8 here on center court.
As we head into technical timeout here, Lili and Larissa lead 13-8 here. In the first half of the second set, first set going to Gina and Julia. More volleyball underway after this.
We'll be back in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere.
action about to get back underway here on center court. In set number 2, we've got 13 serving 8. Lili Maestrini at the service line. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. Let's keep it going.
Second half of the second set underway here in Denver, Colorado. Still 88 degrees, partly cloudy skies as Gina goes up to attack high over the block. Point, Urango. 9 serving 13.
Julia Scoles now heading back to the service line here, Victoria. She showed a lot of aggressive serving. She's the one that put together that 4-0 streak back in set 1 and hoping to see what she's doing here.
Correct. Topspin serving and running up to the net. Not an easy task to do, but Julia is doing it nonetheless. Larissa back to serve. Looking at the serve and pass here, Dave. It's been a little bit, woo!
Way to dodge it, I mean.
Good eye by Gina. Urango. Larissa trying to get them on that short serve, a little bit out of system. Just wide, point going to Gina. Still a lot of volleyball to be played. 10 serving 14.
And
seam serve.
Look, Lili up and gets a piece of the block. It's got to go.
From a dig to a perfect set, Urango sets up Scoles, who puts it down.
Gina and Julia saying 1 point at a time here. They're not out of this set yet as we have a full second half to be played. Serving Lili. Set. Touch off the block. Smart play by Lili Maestrini as she heads back to serve. Let's see where they choose to serve here, Dave.
You know, the wind's picking up, so I'm wondering if they're going to utilize more of a float serve to see how that ball dances in the wind. I mean, that beautiful Wilson Optics volleyball can be very responsive depending on which angle the wind is catching you.
Right, and playing a mile high, it has been floating a little long.
Just a bit long for Scoles. We got 16-11.
Lili strings together another point. We got 16-11, a 5-point deficit. Lili serves again. And if you see like the Waikea, the Hydro, and the big wave flags, they seem to be, and Terramana, the new tequila sponsor, they're kind of be changing, so the wind is hard to read right now.
Right, a little bit of a swirl wind, but seems to be no problem for Larissa with that dig. But Julia there to put the block away. Julia Scoles, very dynamic blocker. She gets in front of her hitter, pressing low over the net, taking her space.
And that's a third block in a row there, Victoria, for Julia Scoles. I mean, she's absolutely starting to assert that net dominance, that great net minding that we saw in the first set. And that's what they're going to need right now to make up this 4-point deficit.
Just as long.
Looks like there might have been a bit of a footwork or approach issue with that serve because she kind of caught it high and flat, and that's what made it go long.
Yeah, the toss was a little bit in front of her, and she wasn't able to snap on that ball. Just floated a little bit long. Gina with the pass. Blocked by Lili. Great block by Lili Maestrini, solidifying their lead here, 18-12.
High five there. Larissa back at the service line now, 6-point deficit, charging hard, and only 3 points away from closing this set out.
Larissa serving short again, but Gina.
Did she just go lefty? Did she just go ambidextrous on us right there?
She absolutely did, Dave, and she was able to score on that point as well.
Apparently she's bilingual. She hits right and left. Urango with the left-handed kill.
Great touch by Gina over on 2.
Oh, my.
With the layout dig, just adding onto her statistics as a defender here on the AVP tour. Great dig by Gina.
Perfect. Well said, Victoria. We got Gina Urango at the service line now. Closing it up. Got 2 points on a swing. Looking for 4.
Gina Urango back in the service line now, 14-18.
Lili with the pass. Swing and a kill.
Good
for
touch
Lili, making
off.
it 19.
That one never lets me a kill all day for Lili Maestrini, 19-14. As Lili goes back to serve.
David, I'm curious to see again who they will serve here. The last 2 points in this set, will they go at Gina or serve short? They will. Serving her middle seam as she runs behind, spreading
What a
their
back set.
offense.
Holy boomstick.
Textbook play, David.
Unleashes the fury
Passing,
on the right side of
leaning
the slide
in
approach.
to her left
Reaches
shoulder,
high
passing
and
that
quick
middle
now.
ball, kicking out and running
Urango
behind
achieving the
to
kill.
open up the right side of the court. Great play for Gina. Julia back to serve, off the net, pass
Scoles
by
running
Larissa.
up. Running up. Oh. Lili.
Cut shot,
Gets it to
point,
the 2015.
making
We have a side switch.
2015 side switch.
Larissa with a great approach and kill. And now in this position to close out set number 2 as we are
Set point
set
underway.
now.
Larissa back to serve.
Our Victoria jump float going short to Scoles. Urango underneath it. Great set.
Scoles says we are not done yet as she fires away.
Pony high hit Julia Scoles with the kill.
Gina Urango back to serve, 16 serving 20.
That swing, I mean, just aggressive and great power on the snap. Larissa
Set
going down the
point
line.
going to Larissa and Lili Maestrini. We are tied 1 set apiece here in the semifinals match in Denver, Colorado. Stick around as we will have the tiebreaker third set shortly after this commercial break. And we are back underway, set number 3. Semifinals, Lili and Larissa Maestrini versus Julia Scoles, Gina Urango. It has been a battle of a game, which has been a common theme here at AVP Denver. On to dug by Larissa. Larissa with the attack high over the bluff, Gets the block touch. Point going to Larissa.
She nailed that block for the kill. FIVB, Larissa champ, back at the service line.
A lot of FIVB championship matches. She is no stranger to competition. Larissa is cool as a cucumber, whether it's going 1, 2, or whether it's going 2 or 3. Oh!
A pull
Lili
dig to a kill for Julia Scoles. What a dig by her. Transition play for Julia Scoles as she goes back to serve. Julia and Gina starting out on the south side, which is the good side. 41 points have been scored on the south side, which is where Gina and Julia stand right now, in comparison to only 32 on the north side. So Lili and Larissa on the north side, technically on the bad side, but they lead 3-1 here in the third set.
I'd say with the way these ladies play, I don't know if there is such a thing as a bad side.
It's all made up. It's not.
Statistically, there is, but the way they play, it doesn't seem it at all.
Diving block for Lili. Julia goes at her hands again for the side switch. 2, serving 3. As we know, third set going to 15 points, side switches on 5. Gina Urango back to serve.
Hey, just be careful, the wind tends to take everything. 3-3. Urango unchained back in the service line now. Gina Urango in the service position. We are in set number 3. We're tied 3.
Semifinals match.
This is the Denver
Serving
Tour
Larissa,
Series.
Lili's sideline. Lili gets up. Julia with the block. Julia waiting to press. Taking a little extra beat to see her attacker come inside. She stepped to her left and was able to grab that. That is her 4th block here. Gina Urango with the serve. Now leading.
Good aggressive
4-3.
float serve there. Knuckle pokey.
And that ball will be called in. The jumbo pokey cross court for the point, making it 4s on the board. Larissa just into the tape, giving the point to Urango and Scoles. Dave is going to be about who has the less unforced errors, least amount of unforced errors, and who can dig to convert here in the third set. Trickle off the tape. Julia saying, thank you, volley gods, for that point for the side switch.
Or it's going to be about who can serve the 1-inch line the most often. I mean, tape assist I'll take all day, and it's better, as I always say, better be lucky than good. And I was never good, but I was somehow surprisingly lucky when I played. Just never at this level like you guys. Victoria, we got Scoles back to serve. A monster blocker, as you were saying earlier, but also in set number 1, if memory serves, a very aggressive server. I think she's strung together about 5 different serves, 3 of which were aces.
Correct. She was the ACC Freshman of the Year and ABCA All-American Honorable Mention, then as a medical redshirt for sophomore season at North Carolina. Scoles, coming from a family of athletes, nonetheless, her mom, Gina, played field hockey and ice hockey at Potsdam College. I mean,
if you're at Potsdam College, that's in my neck of the woods. It's so cold up there, you got to play ice hockey if you play field hockey, because half the summer it's ice anyway.
The crowd here getting involved a little bit. We're getting the wave underway. We're getting the wave. We love our fans here in Denver showing their volleyball spirit. Everybody is excited for the AVP to be back here in Denver. In this timeout, we have a 6-1 run for Gina and Julia. They lead 7-4.
I appreciate you like you appreciate America.
The season slate has 16 tour stops, most of the AVP has had since 2009, more than the last 3 years combined, with a total of 1.9 $9.75 million in prize money.
You know what? Just for even numbers, you're hoping they had one more stop just for 25,000, so it's an even 2 mil.
Let's just round it up.
Yeah, you know, we'll round it up. I'm fine with that.
We'll find
Nearly 2 mil in payouts.
And a point out of that timeout for Julia and Gina. Julia Scoles back to serve. 8 serving 4.
Scoles just at the service line. It's a 4-point swing now.
That ball is in. Out of system, fade away, wrist down shot for Lili. Calm, cool, and collected for that point, painting that sideline. This marks the second time ever that the AVP has played in Denver, with the first one being a men's event only in 1987. And the women, Dave, here in 2022 are bringing the heat on that cut shot. I mean, can you walk the dog along the top of that tape anymore? I don't think so. Dropping for that point, smiling at the crowd saying, yep, I've done that before and I will do it again. Lili back to serve. 6, serving 8. Julia kicks out for the pin set. High rip off the hands for the point. Julia and Gina doing a great job of spreading their offense, and that has really, really helped them here in the third set. Urango back to serve.
Urango is such a fun player to watch. She was a lot of fun at Muskegon, just all passion and play. Lean, mean, and a pure machine when it comes to volleyball.
Dave, this tourist stop serves as a qualifier for the Pro Series event happening in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, July 29th through the 31st. So top 4 finishes here will get that automatic bid into the main draw for that Pro Series event.
And right, you are, and also a lot of the reason a lot of players are here for that points total as well, because that points is going to push up their seed. So even if they're already in for Fort Lauderdale, the points they're earning here actually raise their seed and their standing for that guaranteed paycheck at Fort Lauderdale.
And as we can attest, nothing but a 1-point game, 8 serving 9. Larissa back to serve.
Line for Urango. She Urango gets a piece of that one, but that's going to fall for a point. 9-9 now, all tied up. There was as much of, I believe, a 4-point differential. I believe the side switch was, or it was 8-4 at one point. Now they've had a 5-1 run, and we're looking at 9-9, Victoria.
9s on the board. Lili and Larissa. This is Lili's 7th AVP. She's played all 7 with Larissa. Larissa with the dig. Over on 2. Gina with the free ball. Coming inside, pokey over the top of the block.
The eagle
vision, 20/20 court vision, finding that sand in the deep right pocket of the court. Julia Scoles back to serve. Lili with the reception. Can she get it past the block? And she does, making it 10. 10-10 switch. Set number 3.
Wow, dude, 10-10. It's a race to 5. And you said it before. It was a rubber match or a battle to, bring back to 2 weeks ago at Muskegon. So it's like it's a shot at justification and redemption for some, and also an exclamation point for others.
Wow, what a serve off the tape. Lili with a lucky let serve, making that 11-10. Lili ranks 3rd on the AVP Tour this year in kills with 7.35% and is hitting 10th in hitting percentage at .455. Gina behind. Textbook. Gina passing forward, running behind, opening that right side of the court again for that thumbs down cut shot and point.
Back in the service line now. We got 11-11, all tied up.
11s on the board. Gina serving Lili to her sideline. Lili step closing, pokey, deep corner.
Knuckle
over the block,
pokey going deep.
finding
It
the
is
stand.
12-11.
Larissa back to serve. Larissa's win in Muskegon marked the first time a 40-year-old woman has won a domestic tour event. Carrie Walsh-Jennings won a FIVP event after turning 40, but congratulations to her for winning Muskegon, 40 years young.
And to be honest with you, the way they play and how strong they are just is a testament. There's, age ain't nothing but a number. So true, especially when you watch these ladies play.
Julia served just long, but with an aggressive air. I love her seeing her go for that. It's an aggressive air, and we're okay with those.
And honestly, I mean, it's either going to be an error or an ace when you have a serve that strong and that powerful, right?
Right, Dave. Here, they will, I think Lili might serve them to their sideline or go short here. Yep, short serve to Gina. Gina stepped
From Scoles.
Scoles kicking out pin. Can she reach it? Joust at the net. Scramble play. Larissa gets it back over. Option for the kill. Wow. What a play for Julia and Gina. On that free ball, Dave, they love running that on two.
And, well, I mean, it's a great thing because you had the team out of system. I mean, you're watching some great scramble, some great effort, and you know what? You saw like Lili using the net when a free ball had to go over. She used the top of the tape to skip it as a deeper play to keep the defense on the other side out of system. Amazing heads-up play.
Larissa with 16 digs. I mean, Larissa
16?
and Gina, I mean, these defenders are just playing out of their minds.
Oh, my gosh.
Just going out of bounds. Yes.
And just like that, attack going long, giving the first set point and match point to Gina, Urango, and Julia Scoles. Timeout is called on the court. The crowd is fired up here in the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado, Dave.
Oh, it is, dude. The energy alone, it's thumping. I mean, my hands, I'm getting goosebumps. The hairs are standing up. I'm loving the passion of play, not just from the players, but from the fans.
The fans, Denver loves volleyball, and thank you to everybody who has come out to support the AVP. The fans truly make it what it is. I mean, we wouldn't be here without you. The athletes wouldn't be playing, without you. You fuel the fire.
And I love the fact that this mecca, this testament to volleyball, was built here. I mean, they were working hard on just making sure concrete was still poured and laid and finished up on time for this event. And I got to give a testament to the island. If you live in the area, if you live within 6 hours of drivability, get to the island. You will not regret it. It's amazing in every square inch of the 50,000 square feet that it has, or something ridiculous. It's absolutely amazing. And we are back to action underway, Victoria. Well said. Thank you for being a part of this tour stop, and thank you so much for working with me today.
Gina Urango, back to serve, 14-13. Match point. Lili, high over the block, and she
Lili,
will
nice.
get that point, making it 14-14. Moving into extra innings, as we all predicted.
That's what I mean about controlling tempo. Yeah, they were at match point. They took the time out. They took their time getting back to court. And here we go.
Gina running behind. Gina has found success running behind this entire match, and she is going to keep doing it.
We have match point.
Match point again for Gina Urango and Julia Scoles. Julia Scoles back to serve, 15-14 for match point. Float serve into the net as they switch sides.
And let's see what they do. You know what? You brought up the north side versus south side comparison earlier. I'm wondering Victoria, what is that going to play as we're now tied up 15-all going into extra innings?
Hey, it's how we react after that error, right?
Yeah.
Bounce back. The best athletes have the worst memories. As she kicks out to the pin, attacks. Good. We talked about this earlier. Scoles with her 20th kill there again, making it match point 16-15. Gina Urango with a serve. Serving Lili.
Coming in the middle. Big swing.
Just like that, Lili
And kill by Lili Maestrini. Larissa back to serve. Julia and Gina looking for a first ball side out here.
Larissa back to serve now.
Serve short, over on two. Will she get it? Picked up by Larissa. In transition, will she put it away? Dug by Julia. Pin set, high swing, off the block, and a block. Making it 17-16. Point.
They were looking for a call for the set on the dig, which is ironic because they did the exact same thing in the first set and didn't ask to be called on it. So I'm wondering now what the difference is between the exact same hand motion and play from set 1 to set 3.
Right, so again, they're trying to set that standard, Dave. She was questioning, looking at the ref a little bit on Julia's dig because she dug it open hands, but it was hard driven. You know,
but I mean, Larissa and Lili had the same exact up in the first set, so they're asking for a call now, but they didn't. I don't know what it is.
I mean, wouldn't you?
If I'm going for championship points, yes, I would.
I think I would
Absolutely
too, Dave.
right.
I think I would too.
You know what? I want to understand it, but guess what? You're in the ref position. I'm going to make you earn it. Tell me what's up.
Exactly. 16-17.
Oh, that's right.
Our volunteers raking the court, making sure that it is crisp and clean for our line judges here.
And also just trying to till up because you said it's 88 degrees. The sun's pouring down on it. So they do a really good job of watering it down between matches, but they're just trying to churn that up. So if nothing else, cool down the top level maybe.
Right. Julia and Gina on the quote-unquote good side here. Larissa
back in the service line now, 17 serving 16.
Gino with a pass, high over block touch. Larissa with a back flipper, over on one, dug by Julia, put down. Point, 18-16. What a game from all four athletes on this court. Semifinals, and now moving on to championship game. Larissa and Lili Maestrini, congratulations to them as they will now be in back-to-back finals games here on the AVP Tour. Hats off to Gina Urango and Julia Scoles. What an insane tournament for these athletes.
I mean, and you know what? I love just the combination of what the different talents and attributes of these players are. Urango and Scoles, a phenomenal team and so much fun to watch.
So much fun to watch. They played unbelievable. Gina's defense was unreal. Julia top spinning her serve, big force block at the net. Hats off to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back with more volleyball action in just a little bit. Please do not go anywhere. You're joining us here at the Denver Tour Stop 2022. This is part of the AVP Pro Tour Series. We'll see you right back here in just a little bit.
At Corner Bakery, we're making your choice simple with choose two options every day. Choose two of your favorites and turn a simple lunch into a perfectly paired meal. And we're not talking about a few choose two options. Pair up any sandwich or panini, any cafe fresh salad or warm simmering soup, or any pan sauteed pasta. So many kitchen crafted options, so little time. Your perfect choose two combination is waiting at the Corner Bakery.
Those radio gym shorts that you have from college, they're done. Get them out of here. It's time to upgrade your short game with the one from Fabletics Men.
We love them. Your girlfriend will be stealing these. They're the best.
This fabric fixes another major issue, fit.
It's got this crazy stretch to it that looks so cute when I do my yoga or errands or like literally anything. They're the most comfortable, best feeling, luxe-tastic fabric that we have ever worn.